Hello, welcome back to the Center for Off-Road Research Shenanigans and Science Technical Division. And many of you know about my little bit of a bouncer addiction. I actually have 5 of them here. They're all different. Plus I have my ultimate build long wheelbase 4-wheel steer that is not in this group, but that's my Next Racing NX276 E1 Super Mofo Alpha 5, my original C10 base buggy, and probably my most capable rig, my Mofo version 3. But tonight, what I'm going to talk about is the Rock Bouncer SCX24 RB1 chassis, and this is a free chassis that you can print straight off of Thingiverse. I'll have a link in the description. And one of the things I really like about this print is, first of all, it's very lightweight. It's only 23 grams. It replaces the frame rails that you'll have in with your SCX24. You just take the frame and the body and everything off. And one of the cool things I like about this that I hadn't seen before is a lot of times, like the E1 is a slab-sided car. The Mofo version 3 is another slab-sided. It's very lightweight. There's not a lot of wasted anything when you do a slab-sided car. They perform excellent. But this is kind of a semi-slab-sided, but not really. The Alpha 5, this is by far the strongest of the 3D printed bouncers that I have, and I love that thing. It's great. It's got the portals on it. But one of the things I like about this is it starts off as a slab-sided, but it has dimension to it. And I'm really excited about this one because it is a 3D printed one that you can print yourself for free at home. There's a guy on the SCX24 forum, Chris Tandy, has designed this. He's also working on another project as well, and this will be the RBXX. I don't know if it is going to be a free print. It may or may not. I'll ask him about that. And this one will have a lot more adjustability for where you can place the shocks. It has that whole triangle front and back for different shock position options. The RB1 is kind of a prototype, sort of a test rig, and I'll have to open those holes up a little bit for the screws to go in, but I've got no problem doing that. Like I said, this is a free to print kit that you can have. If you don't have a 3D printer, Chris will be happy to print one for you. These are $25, and I just spent the money because I don't have a printer. And I'm really excited about this this bouncer. I think it's really cool. I love the bowed out sides on them, kind of like a real rock bouncer in life. Anyway, what I've done is I've gone and assembled a bunch of parts that are going to go into this, and of course y'all know what that is. And I've already got a lot of parts that are from previous builds that I just ended up using different things for. This is a 13 gram diff cover that I'm going to put on the front. This is a brass skid plate. I've never tried a brass skid plate before, so we're going to do that. I have Endura high clearance links. These are for the C10. And I've got a couple of motor and servo options. I'm either going to do a stock motor or a barrage motor, just because they're lightweight, and weight is key on these. I think I'm going to try to start with a stock motor because it's only 10 grams. And both of these servos are monsters. The A20 CLS from Wolfram RC and the Mofo Black Label. And either of those are way more powerful than I need it to be. I've got the axles, I've got shocks. What I like to do is the setup that's on the back of my Mofo version 3, where I've got a flex blade and well, normally I do. I guess I don't on this one. It's on my C10 based. But I've got the flex blade on the left and a single kinetic on the right rear. And what that does is it will give you more droop, but it does not take away from the climbing ability, because as you climb, the drive shaft rotates when viewed from behind counterclockwise. The equal and opposite reaction pushes this down and lifts the other side here. But if I would get rid of the flex blade here on this side, it would climb about a degree or two steeper, but I think it's worth it to get that extra articulation. And I'm going to do a similar setup on this one. So the other thing I didn't mention is I have Trio brass insert wheels with the Pitbull rockers, and these were in stock at my local hobby town in Ankeny, Iowa. They may still have some. They do ship. I know they're out of stock everywhere in the country right now, but they actually have some in stock at the time of filming, and go for it if you want them. They look like they're going to be great. They seem to be pretty sticky, and this will be my first time trying the Pitbull rockers. And as you can tell, this is going to be a first-rate rig once it's built, and it's built for kind of extreme crawling. And one reason I stay away from the big Fury Techs is they're just so heavy that they throw off the center of gravity. They mount high and they're heavy, and it's got probably near 3 times the weight of a stock motor, and they may or may not have 3 times the power. They do operate more smoothly, but I don't know how important that is if you're always tipping over. So this is the basis for my build. Everything is here except for actually 2 pieces. This is going to be my light mount here that's going to hold the lights, and the other piece I'm missing is half of the drive shaft. So I'm going to try to source one of those, and if I can't, I'll just pull one out of another truck that I don't drive much and replace it when I get them in stock. But this is the video for tonight. I just hadn't done a video in a while. I'm not gone, and I just have been getting ready for our RC camp and crawl here in Iowa. Corey and Katina Miller, Trenton Gardner, the Red Rock Regime put on an awesome event. We had our first ever hill climb event, and I was fortunate enough that I won that with my Rift, and it's a bit modified, as you know, but I'll show you that. I haven't cleaned it or anything since the event, because I just kind of wanted to keep it the way it was when it won the inaugural event of our hill climbs here in Des Moines. And I've got some nice parts on this too. I've got beef tubes, I've got the servo AF drag link, and a brass diff cover with, I think these are SSD or Hobbytown wheels, I'm not sure which. I also have a 1/10 scale bomber, and this is a pretty mean rig. It probably would have been as good if, well, I don't know if it'd be better. The bomber is great, but it doesn't out rift a Rift. The Rift is just the beast, and I was fortunate enough I didn't get quite to the top of the hill, but got very close. And the thing that was great about it was it got higher than pretty much anybody else, and it actually did. And the nice thing about it, it's on video. I might even leave a link in the description if y'all want to see that. The video just shows the very top portion of the run where people had trouble, and this thing was just great. It's fantastic, and it ended up pulling through for the win. But that was the weekend. Oh, I also blew out the servo on my Red Cat, And just the status on my Traxxas, it had the red high clearance links on it, the big shocks and all that. I just decided to slam this thing down and put stock shocks back on it, and it's pretty heavily modified. So when I take this back out, I intend for this thing to be even better than my my modified Red Cat. This thing is a beast. It goes almost everywhere I point it, but there's a few places it doesn't want to go. And the idea here is to have one that I can keep up with my buddies that have been crawling for a long time, 10 scale. But that's what I've been doing lately, and I'm not gone, I just haven't made a video in a while. Also, just life in general has been kind of hectic lately, but I've got another month of that, and then I'll have some free time again. But thanks for watching. In the next video, I will do the build, and we'll test it after that. Everybody have a good week. We'll talk to you later.